Hi, I'm Dennis Rule, a filmmaker, a nature enthusiast, and an avid paddler. Join me on my continuing journey in search of interesting places to explore. Hi, it's Dennis here. This is the most incredible time of the year to go kayaking, and one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, how do I protect myself? What should I wear? What is a safe thing to wear when the weather is changing like it is today? Yesterday it was 21 degrees outside. Today it's 8 degrees outside. The water temperature, it's in the fall. The water temperature right now on the lake behind me, Centennial Lake, is roughly around 14 degrees. Okay, so it's not super cold. It's not to the point where it's super dangerous, but the elements around you are dangerous. So you have to dress appropriately. So what is a good practice to wear? Well, let's start with the basics. First of all, when I'm sitting inside of my sit-in kayak, I need a thermal layer on my legs, because that to 14 to 15 degrees water is radiating up, and if I'm sitting inside a kayak, that gets cool. So I use a spandex long john here, which is fleece lined. Okay, so that's wicking. If I'm sweating, that sweat is being wicked away from my body. That's the first layer. Second layer over top is going to be dry pants. Now these are made by KAYAK. I don't know the model number. I've had these for 10, 15 years. These have a sock. It's a waterproof sock. Okay, so these are a dry pant. There's a seal that goes around your waist. This is a rubber / neoprene seal, and it's got Velcro here, and you just cinch that in around your waist. So that sits there tight. And then it is a breathable nylon type material, and it has a sock so your feet stay dry. There's also a Velcro fastener here which ties the cuff down by your feet. All right, so that's the second layer. On the pants, you will need, because that is a nylon material, you're going to need a slipper or a neoprene shoe. Something to protect the boot. Okay, so you want to be able to sit in there comfortably. Some people will say one size up from your regular shoe size. I've gone quite a bit higher. I normally wear a size 9. I've gone to a size 11, and that gives me lots and lots of room if I want to put a big heavy sock on for those really cold days when we get into the late fall. If you want to go one step further, you can go with a neoprene boot. Okay, so this has got a more robust sole, and it will right up to almost up to your knee. And so this gives you a little bit more protection. And also the beauty of this is that you will find that you get a little bit more insulation value. And if you step into the water, you can step up this high before the water gets inside. When you step in the water with this shoe, obviously you're going to get your feet, or the water is going to get in. Your feet will stay dry because the sock is a dry material. It's not going to let the water in, but you will have a little layer of water between the shoe and the sock. And if it's really, really cold, that may transmit. Normally when you wear neoprene right up to next to your skin will warm up the little thin water layer. But in this case here, your skin is not against it, so you could have cold water up against your feet. So let's leave that alone. The other thing you have to remember, okay, it might be very warm outside, but things can change. The weather can change rather quickly. So have a dry bag in one of your compartments, and keep a change of clothes in there, and a set of layers so that you can adjust your layers as the weather changes. That's the base layer and a little bit of safety. For a top, again, I'll wear the same type of material. This is a spandex fleece lined, okay, wicking material. Another material that's good is merino wool fibers. Any type of wool fiber is good. You want to stay away from cottons. Cottons will stay wet, and they don't wick the moisture away. A fleece is a good idea as well. Same thing. A fleece is a good insulation layer, and it wicks moisture away. All right, so that's 2 layers for insulation. For a top, right now in this particular weather, I'm wearing a 3-season. This is a 3-season splash top. Okay, so the splash top does not have a neck seal. It will let water in through the neck. Again, it's not dangerous. I'm normally paddling by shore, and I'm also paddling with friends. And I've got a spare kit of dry clothing with me. So if I do get wet, I've got to change the clothes. This will dry in, in minutes out in the open, in the breeze. This will dry really, really quick, and you can put it back on. It is made by a company called Level 6. They're a Canadian company. And the particular model of this one here is called a Torngat. And I was told when I bought it, just recently actually, that this is the most popular top that Level 6 has, and I can see why. It's got a hood built into the collar here. You can open this up and you can pull out the hood so that if it starts to rain, you got some protection there. What's really neat is there's vents everywhere. Everything on here has vents. There's vents when you zip up the collar. There's vents in the hood. There's a vent in the semi-waterproof or splash-proof zipper that lets the water out if water gets in there. A good place to put your car keys or your watch or whatever you want to keep safe. This is on your sleeve, okay? The top is made of a material called Ultra 2.5, and I guess the 2.5 is the thickness. This thing is incredibly thin, and I mean it just packs away in no space whatsoever. And it is breathable, but it's waterproof, or waterproof. So it will not let water in, but it will let moisture wick out. So that's pretty cool. It's got a latex type seal inside here. And what you do is you cinch this around your wrist. All right, now this is again a splash top. It's not meant to be 100% waterproof, but I'll tell you, if you put this on at a comfortable tightness, so it's not cutting off your circulation, but still tight enough. I've had my hand in the water up to here, and the water did not wick up. I stayed dry, so that's pretty cool. And then there's a fabric top over top, second cuff, which you can Velcro on, and that will protect the latex seal that's inside. So obviously the second side, the second sleeve is exactly the same. And then we have a neoprene rubber seal around the bottom, and it is cinchable with Velcro. So you can cinch that in. And of course, having that, you can put in your splash skirt in underneath your top. Okay, so the splash skirt, this is a nylon one, again breathable, but waterproof. So when it's not super hot outside, this stops the water from splashing into your cockpit. It stops the rain from going into your cockpit, waves, that kind of thing. It's not a full weather or waterproof waist seal. It's just a skirt there meant to keep you dry from the splash. Okay, so having your top over top, you're good. In the rain, you're all good. Last thing you want to remember to bring is a variety of hats. Okay, if it's sunny outside, you want a nice big brim, get some UV protection. If it's raining, you might want to consider a ball cap. That way the hood can go over top, and you've got some protection over your face from the brim. And well, on those cold days, and especially in the fall, since it is hunting season, a good old toque is a good thing to wear, and you want it very reflective, and you want a very high visibility, so you stay away from those duck blinds. Well, I hope that helps you figure out what to wear in this particular climate. I'm going to talk about a full dry top in another episode, and I'm going to talk about a full dry suit in another episode. Those are for those really cold days. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.